delicious, it's banging, it hits the spot. Hey you all, it's Shelly Wellness here. Welcome to the Mindful Plate. Today we are going to be making banana pudding. Now if you have ever had Magnolia's banana pudding, then you already know that that's the type of banana pudding I grew up on. You see, my father was a banana pudding master. And before Magnolia even existed, honey, I was eating that type of banana pudding from a little girl. I'm from the South, Atlanta, Georgia, so you already know that's what we grew up on. But now, once I've switched my diet, and for those of you who are watching this video because you've made some changes to your diet and you still want to eat the thing, but you don't want all the things that go into it, I got something for you. We're gonna make a healthy version of banana pudding that feels just as decadent and indulgent as banana pudding you remember. Let's get into the recipe. Hey, I'm your host, Shelly Wellness. I'm on this journey to elevate our consciousness around food, and I invite you to join me. On this channel, I'll share recipes created with mindfulness, rooted in wellness. Welcome to the Mindful Plate. So to make this banana pudding, I am taking memories of both my father and my mother. My father used to make his pudding from scratch. I'm talking with the eggs and everything over the stove. And my mother used to use the mix, but she'd mix it with some condensed milk and some whipped cream. So I'm gonna take a little bit of them, and then I'm gonna put a little bit of me into this banana pudding. So to start, we are gonna take one banana. So I have used both frozen bananas as well as fresh bananas in this. And honestly, it really doesn't matter. If you have old bananas that are frozen, you can throw them in here too. So I'm gonna use one banana, and then I'm gonna pour in some hemp milk. You can use whatever non-dairy milk you want. I just happen to like hemp, so that's what I'm using. And then I'm gonna pour in some sweetened coconut condensed milk. You do not taste the coconut milk. It just tastes just like a sweet condensed milk. I'm gonna be adding some vanilla bean powder. If you have vanilla extract, you can use that, but to be honest, I love to see specks of vanilla all up in this. So I'm gonna add that in. And I really love how the box pudding mix always had that kind of tan yellow color. So I'm gonna add a pinch, just a pinch of turmeric for some color, all right? And then we're just gonna blend this up, add it to our pot, and begin to make our pudding mix. So the purpose of adding it into the pot and doing a little whisking with some heat is because if you notice, the texture is very, very liquidy. I mean, we could almost drink this. What we want is we want a bit more of a thick custard texture. So in order to achieve that, we're gonna use the heat, a little bit of arrowroot powder, and some water. Now, if you have cornstarch, you can use that as well. I sometimes tend to be a little bit allergic to the way corn is produced nowadays, so I tend to use arrowroot powder in replacement of cornstarch. And that's gonna give it that thick custard texture that we want. So to make our pudding a little thicker, we're going to make a slurry out of this arrowroot powder, and I'm gonna add a little bit of water to this and mix it and pour it back in. So your slurry will have this sort of texture. It just kind of looks like a very thick milk. It's pourable, just so. As you're whisking, you'll notice that your whisk will have a bit more resistance because it's starting to get thick. Once you feel it getting thick, it's gonna continue to get thick. You can turn off the heat and remove it. And now, look at this. You see the difference? Now we have pudding, we have a custard. Wow, look at that. I love it. Now, ordinarily, banana pudding is typically made with vanilla wafers, and that's what I grew up on. But one day, I had a Golden Oreo banana pudding, and my God. I don't even know if things like that should be allowed, but listen, it is so good. And I'm one of those people, when I have banana pudding, I'm here for the cookies. The bananas are just like a flavoring, but I really want to bite into a thing, you feel me? And so when I had those Golden Oreos, I was turned all the way on. However, we don't eat Oreos anymore. Not me, I can't. Every time I eat an Oreo, my body's like, sis, why? I can't digest this, what are you doing? But thank God to all these alternative brands, because I found Newman's Own as well as Field Day vanilla cream cookies. Both of these work very well to replace the Golden Oreos. They give that same flavor, that same texture. However, they don't have all the ingredients that Oreos does that can cause some digestive upset. So if you're looking for a healthier Oreo cookie, these you can use. And that's what I'm gonna be using this banana pudding. So we're gonna layer this, some pudding, some cookie, some banana, some pudding, some cookie, some banana, some pudding, some cookie, some banana, and we're gonna give it a try. So that's it, you guys. This is how you make this banana pudding. Very much reminiscent of what we grew up on, but a little bit healthier. And if you have some non-dairy whipped cream, take it to the next level and add it. And also remember, don't try to eat this right away, y'all. You gotta let it set. You want those cookies to get soft and spoonable and scoopable. So I'm gonna put this in the fridge and let it sit overnight and enjoy it later. But I can tell you from experience, I've made this a gajillion times. It's delicious, it's banging, it hits the spot. All right, you guys, if you want the exact recipe with all the exact measurements that I use, you already know, subscribe to the newsletter because every Tuesday, I'm gonna be in your inbox sending you all types of goodness. And until then, eat well and be well.